use this show to sort of have you do a tutorial.
Yeah.
Really. No,
I don't know that I'm the expert, but I'll share what I know.
Folks, we won't bore you. I promise you. This is exciting stuff.
Whereitzat.
This is Where It's At. I'm Clive.
And I'm Chris.
Hey, welcome back, folks. Tell you, we promised you, and we deliver on a promise. We promised you that we'd speak to, I think, one of the most exciting restaurant owners right now, Naala Royale. Sounds
Holder.
really exotic, right? Then she added Holder. Okay. That's a recent addition, Mr. Holder. You're a lucky man. So here we are talking on the Whereitzat podcast, and we're talking to Naala Royale-Holder. Incredible lady. I've known you now for as long as you've been open, over 19 years.
Yes.
Proud to say that I support your business. Will continue to, because you deliver.
Why, thank you. We try.
Although you didn't deliver any food to us today, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Maybe if you record a little bit later, then
okay.
Did you really introduce yourself properly?
Yeah, I'm Christopher Williams.
Did you add food
I said
behind
Chris.
to that?
I said, listen. Don't worry about it. I got something for you. Keep it up.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Not food, right?
No, not food.
Naala,
Yes, sir.
great to have you.
Glad to be here.
Tell you, your food is phenomenal. You are known throughout the boroughs now and beyond, because people come from all over.
That they do.
Okay, so, tell me, I walk into your place for the first time, and you know us Caribbean folks, especially Jamaicans, they love space around them. So the place gets really excited, music going and stuff, and people start moving, and I'm saying, is this going to work? Because it's not a lot of space.
Right.
And you go beyond that, and I'm saying, it's a restaurant. Economically, is this going to work? Because I'm looking, with my businessman hat on. You've made it work for 19 years plus. And that's going to be extended for a lot more years. How do you do it?
With a lot of support and a great team and a lot of dedication. Having the passion for food service and the restaurant business makes a big difference, because if you love what you do, they say, what do they say? Then you're not working a day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
If you do what you love.
If you do what you love.
Right.
But, okay. Now, I'm going to coin a pun, because there must be a secret sauce. And the secret sauce is not just in the food.
Right.
There's got to be something in your background to have been so successful. Because seriously now, Chris, you've been around.
Mm-hmm.
I know you hung out in Manhattan, and I mean really hung out in Manhattan. Those times when I never saw you for months.
Yeah, I was.
Yes,
I was
Chris,
in
tell
Manhattan.
us about that.
Yeah, I was in them streets.
Yeah, so you know restaurant owners.
Yeah.
How many restaurant owners are 2 decades in the business solid?
It's actually a handful, and I literally can count them on one hand. It's not the bit. I mean,
the
we
turnover
know the
in that
statistics.
business, man.
Yeah, we know. First of all, okay, so you open a restaurant. Okay, you're successful. You got the doors open. Staff, consistency of the quality of the food, all that's not easy.
I know.
So,
it's not.
To do
It's
it for
not.
19 years,
It's a blessing.
speaks to, yes, it's a blessing. It speaks to the fact that you, Naala Royale-Holder, have commitment.
Mm-hmm.
You're committed. You
I don't like to fail.
Yeah. I mean, but see, even
It's the truth. I don't like to fail.
I mean, but guess what? None of us like to fail, but we know that failure is part of what helps to shape.
But I will tell you what. I compete with myself
Right.
every
day.
single
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
I don't compete with anybody else.
You compete with you.
I am my worst critic,
Yeah.
and that works to my
Yeah.
benefit.
And that's the same. I think that's the same with all of us. I think
Every day there is at least one thing that I say, you know what? We need to do this a little bit differently.
Different,
Or
yeah.
you know what? I have an idea. We
Yeah.
need to do this. Let me run it by my team.
Yeah.
But every day I compete with myself to be better than the next day. That's the truth.
She's obviously relentless.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
To the point where my mind doesn't shut down, which is why I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah. But something that I just recalled, you're a Piscean.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
So, it makes sense. We're the three of us we're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's you
And
gotta be a little.
I'm
you gotta be a touch-
Pisces on the cusp of
Folks,
Aries.
Aries, yeah, you gotta be a touch nuts.
He's speaking for himself.
No. See, the man to my left, yeah, he's the king of the asylum.
You gotta speak for yourself. I'm not crazy.
No. But I'm being funny. But I'm just saying, there is something for all my Pisces people out
Yes,
there.
yes.
Out there in the world, there's something special about
And
us.
you do realize you're
Right.
alienating a bunch of people.
I
who are
listen.
not-
I
know,
love. I
right?
love the Aquarians, the Aries.
Because I'll tell
know,
you this, no
yeah.
surprise.
Yeah.
Every sign says the same.
I know.
Oh,
Of course. We're talking. We're just talking a little smack. Just just a
He's
little.
not just talking smack. He seemed to have had
No,
This guy.
But
Don't
to
do
be
drugs.
honest with you, to your question, it does help that my background is in marketing, in food service.
Tell us about that.
So I worked for right out of college. I worked for a large food service company that's in the U.S. and 32 other countries, probably more now.
Wow.
And I was there. I moved up the ranks and was their vice president of marketing for the college and university division in the U.S. And so I used to help them build food brands for college campuses, and responsible for all of the marketing as such and development of food brands, concepts like how you have national brands, same thing for the company. So it's kind of in my DNA.
Yeah.
I know what it takes. I understand the financials that going into a restaurant. I understand what it takes to connect to your customers and build a level of loyalty. So I brought all of that expertise with me into the restaurant business, into my own business.
Wow.
Wow.
And that helps because opening a restaurant, a lot of people open restaurants because their mom can cook, or maybe maybe that person's a great chef, but that's only maybe 30% of the equation to success.
Right. Starting off, because with that background, no, I'm here to tell you that I've been around when we started Whereitzat. I put magazines in my truck, and I started out distributing to the restaurants. So I know a lot of restaurant people,
Right.
Chris.
Yes, you do.
So I had to go on a diet because I know a lot of restaurant people, right? But one of the things I did learn is that, and it depressed me, was a lot of restaurant owners didn't have the kind of background that you have, which is rare, right? You have a unique background. But they didn't seek to do something about informing themselves about the business that
Well,
they're
if you
doing.
don't know what you don't know, if you don't, you sometimes, not making excuses for anybody, but sometimes you just don't know. If you don't know something, you don't know that it's missing to even seek it out, especially if you stay within the same circles, right? I am one who likes to, like I said, I compete with myself. So I am always seeking.
It's funny. It's funny, right? You named the restaurant Dunn's River, right? Yet Dunn's River is synonymous with Jamaica.
Yes.
But nobody ever says that Jamaican restaurant. It's weird, but nobody
I don't know
dubs
why.
your restaurant a Jamaican restaurant.
And
Well,
I
people
don't-
say
I don't
Ca-
think- I don't
You're
think
people say
that's-
Caribbean.
You're
Yeah,
Jamaican with the name Duns River.
Right.
But nobody says the Jamaican restaurant.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have carved out a unique, special place where people know they can get great Jamaican food.
Right.
And amazing service. I'm going to get on my hobby horse now. Service is what you give.
Right.
When I came to your place, what overpowered me and overwhelmed me was somebody says, "Can I help you? Would you like me to seat you?"
That's important.
Well,
That's honestly, that is very, very, very important. Remember, I told you the equation for success. The food tasting good is only probably about 30% of the success. Yes, you have to have good food. Yes, you have to have a good location where it's easy for people to get to. And you have to decide whether or not you're going to be an impulse or you're going to be a destination location. For me, I decided I was going to be a destination location because I opened up in Rockville Center. Who the heck opens up a Jamaican restaurant in the middle of Rockville Center? People thought I was crazy, right? And but it
if they
became
knew the
somewhere
history of Rockville Center,
if they
they'd
would
think you're
understand.
really, really crazy.
right. But right, yes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, people come from Jersey, Brooklyn. I get customers from all over
Yeah.
who come there as a destination. And then, you have local folks who come there in the middle of the week or whatever. But I purposely want it to be a destination. And in order to do that, you have to provide great service. And my experience, I think selfishly, when I opened it up, I only opened it up as a hobby. I thought it was a bet. It was a bucket list thing for me. And I thought I was going to do it for 2 years. I was actually still working. So I wasn't even open every day.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
open
yeah,
mostly
yeah,
on
yeah.
Thursday, Friday,
Yeah,
Saturday,
yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a hobby. It was a bet with my best friend in a diner. And I said, you know what? I think I want to try a little Jamaican restaurant. I'm building restaurants for a big company. Why not do it for myself? So that's kind of where it started. But I wanted somewhere, selfishly, because I lived on Long Island, I didn't always want to have to go all the way into Manhattan to go get some good food and get decent service. So I decided I wanted to open up a place and prove, because unfortunately, the perception in a lot of our places is that the customer service isn't there.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of it's not even an unspoken thing. It's spoken
Like
that
it's-
the customer service isn't there. And so I wanted to prove that yes, you can have a Jamaican restaurant and yes, you can have great service.
Absolutely.
So that was a big,
Hey, Chris, I want you to give me a response. I walk. You work in a Jamaican restaurant, typical Jamaican restaurant, right? And I walk in.
Wait, what?
oh geez.
And then you ask for?
Do you have ackee and saltfish?
No, we're not Aki. Nor sawfish. What else you want?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, I can't,
Exactly.
we're not perfect, but I will tell you that in 20 years, I don't think I hope nobody has ever had that experience, because customer service is such a big part of our experience. In fact, if you walk in the restaurant right now, it says right in neon, right behind the bar where everybody can see it, no matter where you're sitting, because my location is intimate and small. It says the only thing we love more than good food and drinks is you.
I love
And
that.
we really, we really, really mean that.
Chris, it's weird. I would go to Naala's place. Just Naala is a friend, just
Right.
to talk to Naala. Naala is so busy working on the floor
Yeah, I'm hands
in
on.
her own restaurant, right? So I have to point to people and say, "Can you believe that that's the owner?" And people said, "Why is she doing that?" But that's what you do. That's what other people do.
But can I tell you something? The reason I do that isn't because I'm short-staffed or I'm trying to save money on labor. The reason I do that is because if you as an owner, you will see a lot more when you work it yourself. you will see there's not one day that whether I'm working takeout or I'm helping bus a table, or in a case where I'm helping to wash some dishes in the kitchen, you see a lot more. Number one, you see things from your staff's, from your team members' perspective, that in some way will give you some idea of what you can do to improve. Or you may see something that's not so good that you need to fix. And so I like it. And more importantly, you get a real touch point with your customer. If I'm the one on the floor greeting the customer, then I get an opportunity to interact with them. It personalizes the experience a little bit. And I realize that that does make a difference. People come for the food, but my friend Sandra Dean always says, people come for the food, but they stay and come back for the experience. And so it's really, really, really a customer. Everybody who knows me knows that I am a maniac about customer service, and that it really really does help. So much so that I have a loyalty program. I don't know that I've experienced any other Jamaican restaurant. Probably now more have, but I hadn't experienced any Jamaican restaurants that had a loyalty program. Like, when you go into other places where Walgreens or CVS or any one of those where you spend some money and then you get a spit out of, you have a coupon or whatever. During COVID, actually, I decided that I wanted to start a loyalty program. It's just attached to the customer's phone number, and it's predictable, because a lot of the loyalty programs, you don't know what you're going to get and when you're going to get it. With ours, it's very predictable. For every $1 you spend, you get a point. For every 100 points, you get back $5.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, there's only one other restaurant I know that does something like that, and I mean, they're in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And so there are very few, and I it's one of those things that I think is so important, because people support you, and people will continue to support you, so when they feel that love, because that's what that is.
Plus,
that's another extension.
It's giving back in a little way, saying thank you.
Yeah.
But also from a business standpoint, it's a good move. You know why? Yeah. Because if you have a choice between going to the place, if everything else is equal, and one restaurant is giving you points, and the other restaurant not so far away isn't giving you points, which one do you think you're gonna go to more often? I'm gonna go to the place where I get the points.
Yep,
absolutely. So it works.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get passionate about this stuff.
No, don't apologize.
Talking about getting passionate, I'm going to jump to something, because it's for years I've been trying to snag Naala.
Yeah.
Right?
What are you talking about?
No, at the big awards, because I saw the work that she was doing.
Oh yeah.
And recently trying to snag her to sit down and talk to us. And boy, that's been a fight.
Well, I'm a behind the scenes kind of girl.
And you hear Naala, people would not believe
that she's a behind the scenes.
That she's behind the scenes, shy kind of person. No, she articulates so absolutely well. And you feel that more so when you go to the restaurant and she, comes in contact with you. She makes you feel that you have to come back to this place.
Absolutely.
Here's what I used to do. People used to come to me, potential restaurant owners. They'd say to me, I want to open a restaurant. And on at least 4 or 5 occasions, do you know where I take them?
To Naala's.
I take them to Naala's.
Why?
I buy them a drink. And if Naala is not too busy, I'll introduce them and say, Naala, so-and-so is planning on opening. Do you know the responses I get? Oh, this place is so small. They don't do any business here. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this kind of general view that people have. They
don't understand.
They don't see opportunity because
understand.
They don't understand.
They can't see past a certain
They
point.
don't know what they don't know, right? They can't. And so after those who are smart, they sit and observe. They see how Naala turns the tables. Now, talk about that. I mean, that place can be packed, yet in I don't know how much time it takes, Nala, but you magically have other people waiting outside the door who just always seem to come on time. And
Yeah,
tables
that's
are
a big
available.
deal.
And tables are available. And so you turn your clientele
Because
in
we
an
do
amazing way.
reservations. We do reservations. I don't like going to a restaurant where I have to go there. It's unpredictable how long I'm going to have to wait to get a table. I would rather up front. So I know some are in the camp where I'd rather just, do it based on walk-ins, especially if I'm busy. But I don't want my customers waiting.
But
So
you've been doing this for
I'd
a long
rather,
time.
for a long, long time, we've been doing reservations. And
So it's
it works
reservations
for us.
only.
No, we do take walk-ins.
Right.
But on the week, and during the week, it's
Yeah,
not as
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Although
yeah.
now it's starting to get really busy. But we take reservations. And we get a lot of large groups who come to celebrate their birthday or some special other event. So when you're coming with 15, 20 people, you need to have a reservation. And it helps because then your folks can come right in.
Absolutely.
You know how
And
many
we
times?
stress the importance of being on time
Yeah.
because I don't want to be late for the next reservation that's in 2.5 hours. So, people have kind of gotten used to us now.
Keyword there is discipline, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
discipline.
What?
And you just something I wanted to go back to, because I don't think you got a chance to really, COVID
Oh,
Yeah.
and what that did.
wow.
How did that
and
affect
how
your
did
business
how that
model?
affected your business?
Wow. COVID. Okay. So it was around my birthday. Yes, in
Yeah,
fact.
it was.
It was my birthday.
your birthday.
Yes.
Because I was
As a matter
of
I
fact,
cancel a
I
birthday
got
celebration.
COVID in March.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Of 2020.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I remember Governor Cuomo announced that the world was going to shut down, right?
Yeah.
So that was the first thing. So first thing is panic. Oh my God, my restaurant, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Not to mention just all the sadness around all that was happening and loss of life and so on was just horrible. So COVID was a really tough time from that perspective. But from a business perspective, when they told us that after they said the world shuts down, then they said, but people who are essential workers can still work. Businesses that are essential business can open and just do takeout. Food service was one of it. So, we really never, ever paid attention to takeout before. It was all about the
you were into
food.
takeout.
No, I was not a takeout place at all. On occasion, maybe once a night, we get 1 or 2 customers who say, I want to take the food home, maybe because they couldn't get a seat or something. But then during COVID, I said, you know what? I have to try this. And I know some places, it took a while for them to make the switch. I think he made the announcement on either the 16th or the 17th. And on the 18th, it was on my birthday. I said, let's do this. Let's try it.
You ramped up just like that.
No, we just said, let's try it. And I quickly did. I went to my printer. I wanted to keep it simple. So I did a simplified menu. I did a $5, $10, and $15 special. At that time, they said we could sell drinks to go to. So I just picked one drink or popular rum punch. But I kept it very simple. It was like 10 items. And for years, again, this is going back to my marketing background, for a long, long time, I've always sent text. I had signed up with a text messaging service where you pay, you can send a message up to, I think, 120 characters, and it goes to as many people as you have on your phone list. I've been doing that since day one, opening up I opened in 2004. I probably started doing that from 2005, 2006. And so over the years, I'd amassed over, at the time when COVID first happened, probably about 11,000 people who had opted in to get texts from us. So when COVID happened, I had an advantage because I literally on my birthday said, let me try a thing.
Yeah.
My chef was ready.
Yeah.
We got the packaging from my distributor for takeout, because we never had takeout boxes and all of that. And I sent one text blast out that says, hey guys, we're open, with a picture of the $5, $10, $15 menu. And we had lines out the door. I had to change my point of sale, my entire point of sale system,
Wow.
because to properly accommodate the whole takeout piece, because I wanted to make sure we weren't just taking orders. I wanted to be able to capture
Oh, yeah,
the customer's
absolutely.
information,
Yeah.
their name attached to their phone number. So when they call again, we already know them. I can say, hi, Clive. Hi, Chris. Thanks for calling. I had to add phone lines.
Wow.
I had to change my text messaging system over to a new system that could handle, because we were adding like 300 or 400
All this while
new
you're
customers
planning to get
a
married?
day.
All this while you're planning
No,
to
I
get married?
met my husband during COVID.
You
Oh,
met him
wow.
during? Oh, man.
Wow.
So
COVID
mean,
was interesting.
had a
It was
bonus
interesting.
Yeah,
during
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah. But we did takeout. And even when Nassau County opened back up and said you could do limited dining, I did not. I chose not to. And the reason I did was, one, because I really wanted to make sure my staff was safe. And it was still flaring.
Yeah.
So
COVID was
tell
still
me something now.
flaring.
Mr. Holder was getting some of your food before he got married to you.
He actually was I didn't know him, but he was a customer from before COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Boy, we're getting some of the food, man.
Oh, jeez.
The food warmed his
man.
heart, you know. and it-
Food warmed his
yeah.
heart.
Oh, jeez. Wait till he hears this.
Okay.
What I said, the way to a
Okay,
man's
Sean.
heart
It's
is
to-
the
to
way
his
to a
belly,
man's
his
heart
belly,
is to his belly, to his
Okay,
stomach.
Sean, we know how this works now, man.
Listen. And that's the truth. That's the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah.
You know, and of course, you know, if you have, you know, you create that atmosphere where, you know, the customer service is on point and everything like that. I mean, you won him. You know, that's it. It's a wrap. That's
Yeah.
why you're now Mrs. Holder.
Oh, jeez.
You know.
But no, COVID, we changed. We flipped
Yeah.
our business model
And by
and
way,
the
you
ability
don't
to be
open-
flexible.
You don't open as late as you used
I
to.
don't.
So
no
what
need to.
What are your hours?
So
then?
before COVID,
Right.
we were we opened at 5:00,
Right.
and we were open 5 days a week. I was closed on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Right.
And we opened at 5:00. The name of the business is Dunn's River Lounge.
Right.
So it was food and entertainment. I had a band on the weekends. I had a DJ, and we were open till 4 a.m. We used to take the tables downstairs, and it literally
I remember.
turned into a dance floor.
Dance.
Yeah. I
Good
remember.
times, great for 17 years. But when we switched to takeout, I had to open during the day
Yeah.
to accommodate lunch.
Yeah.
So we open at 12. I changed to being open 6 days. Monday's the only day we are closed.
Right.
And 6 days, and we close at midnight on the weekends now. I
That's
don't
fantastic.
need to go till 4:00
Yeah,
in the morning.
No.
And I actually do better this way.
Yeah, and I don't think you know. It's funny that you said that because
A lot of restaurants
places,
don't
Yeah,
open
they've
late
switched
anymore.
that model. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
the clubs are closing at
Earlier.
2. They're
Yeah.
closing at 2
Yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah.
weekends. Yeah.
There's no need to be open
Yeah.
till 4 in the morning.
No.
And we're open from 12 in the day. That would make for a very, very long day.
Yeah.
But it works for us. This new business model works for us.
Listen, we're
And it's
getting
opened
close.
up catering.
We're getting close to wrapping up. So I kind of would love to hear from you, like, you know, as you're about to embark on 20 years
Yes.
next year,
Yes.
2024.
Yes.
I mean, 20 is a magic number.
I know.
What is that
I know.
gonna look
Thanks
like?
to my
2 decades,
customers.
buddy.
Yeah.
That's thanks to our customers and my wonderful team. Honestly.
Yeah.
My folks are very, very loyal. My DJ Spartacus has been with me for 18
Oh, yeah.
years.
I remember.
Chef Bobby has been with me for, oh my gosh, it's got to be going on 12
Wow.
You
years
do
now.
remember Naala was on the cover of Whereitzat.
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember how long ago that was?
That was probably in 2012, maybe.
Somewhere around
Yeah,
there?
I think
It's a
so.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
So some kind of reprise has to
Oh,
happen.
yeah. Well, it's gonna be 20 years, so we're
And-
gonna have to do an amazing story. Yeah.
You were honored at the big awards.
Yes.
Tell me what your takeaway is.
It was a very powerful experience because I got to meet other business owners, like-minded folks making moves and making waves. And it was a beautiful, beautiful night. I am absolutely honored. I know you've been trying to get me for a while. I was absolutely, absolutely honored to be a part of that. That was a wonderful experience.
We're even more honored to
Yeah.
have had you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Finally,
Thank you very much.
you know, we were delighted to have you.
Absolutely.
We really lift up your business to the Creator for further blessings.
Thank you.
You have,
Before you go, Naala, I'd love
Yeah.
for you to tell people where they
Yeah.
can find you.
So Dunn's River Lounge is located at 93 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center, New York. It sounds like it's far. It's not. It's right in Nassau County. It's actually about 10 minutes from what's Green Acres Mall,
Right.
Yeah.
right up Sunrise Highway. And Rockville Center is a beautiful restaurant community.
And
So
very
it's-
close to the Long Island Railroad.
and
too,
very
so you
close.
can
It's
walk. You can
walking.
take the
It's 2
railroad and
blocks.
go-
Mm.
You
Yeah.
come off at the Rockville Center train station, and you literally walk up north 2 blocks, and we're right there.
Absolutely. Social
And you
media?
can check us out on Instagram and Facebook. It's Dunn's River Lounge, and our website is dunsriverny.com.
Excellent.
Hey, folks,
thank
it's
you
an
for your
experience.
time.
Go for the experience.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
for
Thank you
sitting
so
here with
much.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we look forward. We're definitely going to have you back.
Yes.
You know, we have to come back.
Would love to.
And we're going to celebrate the 20 years with you.
All
Yeah.
right. Sounds like a plan.
Want to be with us on Where It's At, the podcast? Give us a call. 516-690-9060. Let me repeat that. That's 516-690-9060. If you want to sit where Naala is sitting and talk to us about your business, about your profession, whatever it is, whether you're accountant, lawyer, doctor, we'll host you. We thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And of course, we have lots more in store. Make sure to check us out on IG, Facebook, Go Where It's At, and of course on our website, gowhereitzat.com. Folks, it doesn't stop. We're going to continue to tell you stories, so stay tuned. We have lots more in store. Where It's At is where you want to be.